everybody, thank you so much for watching an Epicure cooking class. So I am going to show you how you can make a full meal including dessert in 20 minutes or less. I've got kind of a lot going on tonight because we like so many things, but I'm feeling pretty confident that we can do this. So let's first start out. I've got some riced cauliflower in my round steamer. I'm just going to get this started right away. And don't worry, a little bit later on, we will talk more about our microwave steamers. So I just put that in for about 4 minutes because since we're gonna want it to be kind of the texture of rice, I'm not gonna like cook it all the way. So again, riced cauliflower in there for 4 minutes. Now I'm gonna get started on my chocolate pudding. And while I'm mixing this up, I will tell you a little bit about me and Epicure. So welcome again, my name is Christy and I am an Epicure leader in southeastern Wisconsin, and I live here with my husband Dave and our 2 girls Morgan and Emily. And we love Epicure because of the clean ingredients and the quick and easy meals and the fact that I can put together a meal like this in just a handful of minutes, and it's something that everybody will eat. So what we have is time-saving cookware, urban spice blends, and then something called meal solutions, also desserts, which I am showing you right now. So our chocolate pudding is dairy-free, if that's something that you care about. That is something that we care about in our house. And you just mix it with whatever milk your family eats. So I prefer to use this with an almond milk. All I did was whisk it for a minute or 2 here. Now I'm going to pop it in my fridge and it will be ready, it will be firm in about 15 or 20 minutes. I used my 4-cup prep bowl, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this in my fridge. Now while I'm mixing up all of our wonderful dips and everything, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the company. So you might be sitting here thinking, I've never heard of Epicure, and that's okay. We've actually been in Canada for 24 years, but we are pretty new here in the United States. We first launched here in August of 2019, and it's just been so much fun since then because I get the pleasure of oftentimes teaching people about this company for the very first time. So what we really care about are clean ingredients. We have something called a never ever list, and this is a list of dozens of ingredients that you will never ever find in any of our products. Some things that you might be concerned about: gluten, high fructose corn syrup, artificial colors, flavors and sweeteners, peanuts or any nuts actually, MSG. If you are the kind of person who is a label reader, and I feel like there's a lot of you in this group, you will want to check out our never ever list. I love this because a lot of the things on here I was reading labels to try to avoid, and now I don't have to because I know automatically when I'm shopping from my own store that they will be free of that high fructose corn syrup and everything. And also, our family gets to eat from a bag essentially for the very first time. So I've always been kind of a make from scratch person, and this is a good way to have that make from scratch taste a lot easier, but with all ingredients that you can pronounce. We are a family owned company. Again, we're a Canadian company, mother-daughter team, and we are debt free. All right, so what I'm making here is our guacamole, and I don't really want to clink around on this jar too much. I'm actually using one of our 1-cup prep dishes. Our 1-cup prep dishes come in a set of 4, and they come with silicone lids. So they're silicone, so you don't have to worry about them cracking, and I love that because I feel like I throw away one of those little plastic lids like once a month. So I'm kind of weeding out all of my stuff and replacing it with Epicure. So, all right, this is our riced cauliflower. I'm just gonna put this to the side, and now we're gonna make our hamburger. So I have a pound of ground chuck in here. It's still a little bit frozen. I was able to mash it up, but it was definitely still a little bit frozen. So I'm going to put this in my multi-purpose steamer, and now I'm going to put this in my microwave for 5 minutes. Okay, so back to our guacamole. It's nice to be able to make something like guacamole at home using your own avocado, and to be able to make as much or as little as your family is going to eat. So you might have noticed that I only used half of a avocado in here. I put a little splash of lime juice in here just because that helps keep it fresh. It's not necessary. You can use lemon juice if you want, or else you can just skip that altogether. But only my husband and I eat guacamole, so this is just enough for him and I. And then our kids will likely finish the rest of this avocado. Next, let's make some salsa. So this is something where my oldest has a tomato allergy. So again, we are going to make just enough for my husband and I. So I just have some diced tomatoes here. You can use fresh tomatoes or corn, black beans, fruit, whatever you want. This is kind of a mild salsa. So I find that I use about half of what the suggested serving size on here is, because otherwise it's a little bit too much heat for us. So I am just sprinkling maybe a teaspoon on our half a cup of tomatoes. And then this is what is going to be the salsa that will be just enough for my husband and I. So I'm a little bit ahead of myself. So we are actually cooking from our entire Mexican meal kit. We have in our Mexican meal kit a Fajita Seasoning, Poco Picante salsa mix, our guacamole dip mix, and then our enchilada meal solution. You can also purchase this meal kit with cookware, and that is our multi-purpose steamer that we are cooking the meat in right now. So one thing to think about when you think of Epicure is low sodium, no sodium, or lower or no sugar. So I'm just going to show you a couple of pantry switches that you can have with Epicure that are going to be a lot healthier for your family, ingredients that you can pronounce, and also that lower sodium or no sodium. So we have our chocolate pudding, which you already saw. We have a 3-onion dip mix, which would replace your Lipton's. We have a Nourish broth or chicken broth, a vegetable broth, a miso broth. All of our broths are powder form, so that means that you don't have to worry about opening up one of those boxes of broth and then using it within a week or getting lost in the back of your fridge. Again, you can make as much or as little as your family needs for that specific recipe. Our fajita seasoning, which I just mentioned, our fajita actually has 0 milligrams of sodium, and the conventional store brand has 400, which is just outrageous. We have a ranch dip or dressing mix that is so good. And then, of course, mac and cheese is another meal solution that we have. This is super versatile. You can make it just like macaroni and cheese. I'm not gonna lie, I make this like 3 times a week because it's quick and easy. My oldest loves it, my husband and I love it, and it goes great with pretty much any meal that we have. So when we're talking about meal solutions, these are your quick and easy meals that you can have. Just a handful of fresh ingredients from your pantry, normal pantry staples. You mix it with our seasoning here, and you will have dinner on your table in 20 minutes or less. I grabbed a couple, again, my enchilada, mac and cheese, and then I grabbed a sweet and sour stir fry. We have dozens of these right now. There's so many amazing flavors, from soups to stir fries to casseroles and anything you can think of in between. So just to give you an example of the normal household things that you need for our meal solutions, when we're talking our enchilada, you need tomato paste, water, coconut oil. You could omit that if you wanted to. It just makes it more creamy. Lime, and then your protein of choice, whether it's beans or hamburger or chicken, and then your cheese and tortillas, of course. And then you can actually make these tortillas in your microwave in 6 to 8 minutes. Now, you might be sitting here thinking, okay, so this is like a healthy living group. Why is this crazy lady talking about the microwave so much? That's okay. I was you. When I was introduced to Epicure back in October, I actually had a cooking class here in my home, and I had my consultant do a sheet pan meal because we didn't really have a microwave. It was in our coat closet, and it had been in our coat closet since 2012. So we did a sheet pan meal, and I'll show you those in a minute. So after my cooking class, I actually decided to sign up as a consultant the very next day. And when my kit came, I noticed that it contained this multi-purpose steamer, and I went back to my director and I was like, do I really have to talk about microwaving? And she said, you know what, Christy, it's your business, so you can do whatever you want to, but I would encourage you to do some research. And I'm so thankful that she said that because there's actually a Harvard study that states that microwave steaming is one of the healthiest ways that you can cook your food because of the shorter cook time and the fact that you don't need to use any extra water or oil. And that really intrigued me. So we're talking about a year and a half ago. My kids were 1 and 2.5, 3, and they weren't really patient when I was cooking dinner. I was cooking meals in my oven or stovetop or in my toaster oven. So even something as simple as leftover night would be taking me an hour or more just because I had so many things going on and it took so long to heat that way. So we started experimenting with our steamers, and honestly, we haven't gone back. You will notice that I'm actually using 3 for this meal because I've already heated up some black beans over here in my rectangular steamer. And so this is our rectangular size. This is our round size. We have our riced cauliflower in here. And then I have my multi-purpose right under this round one. The round and the multi-purpose are really about the same size if you're talking capacity, but the difference is the round one is a bit sturdier. It has better handles, and this is really good for like soups or noodles or things like that. Our multi-purpose steamer is awesome. And we have something that comes with it called a crisping tray, and this is what makes all the difference with our multi-purpose steamer, because this tray does not come with any other steamer. What does this tray do? It basically allows you to make crispy anything in your microwave, including bacon. So you can actually make crispy bacon in your microwave 1 minute per slice. The cleanup is so easy, guys, because all of our silicone cookware is dishwasher safe. So after I'm done with my meal and all of my steamers and all of my silicone, I'm just gonna toss it all in the dishwasher, and it does all the work for me, which is so nice. So let me tell you a little bit more about all of the different things that you can cook in our microwave steamers. You can cook meat, like what I'm doing now. So hamburger chicken, about a pound, takes between 4 to 6 minutes. Fish, you can do pork, you can do any meat in here. And then you can also do your grains, so your quinoa, rice, noodles, oatmeal. Obviously, you need to add your water to those, but it is a shorter cook time, and also the cleanup is a lot easier because it's nonstick. You can also do vegetables, so fresh or frozen, probably between like 4 to 6 minutes, sometimes up to 8 if it's frozen and really full. Potatoes, so you can do a whole baked potato in here, 6 to 8 minutes, or else you can cut up your potatoes and then it's still about 6 to 8 minutes depending on the capacity. So lots of really fabulous things in here. Popcorn is really popular. And what else here? Do I have everything? Eggs. I always forget eggs. So eggs is what actually I love this for, because I was making my eggs stovetop. I was using coconut oil. I was scrubbing the pan. My eggs tasted like coconuts. Now, when I make eggs, I actually use my rectangular steamer. We have an omelet maker, which is quite a bit smaller than this, but this makes your omelets too, and you can do a lot more in this one, so I would encourage you just to spend a couple dollars more and get our rectangular steamer. I usually just eat my omelets right out of my steamer, so that's less dishes. And then when I'm done, I just rinse it under some warm water. I have just a little scrubby in my sink that I just like rub around the edges, and it gets most of the food off, because I would do that no matter what I was using, because you shouldn't put like food in your dishwasher, right? And then I toss it in my dishwasher. So it's been a lot easier to be able to make eggs, French toast, really anything in these steamers. So I told you that my hamburger was a little bit frozen and I put it in there for 5 minutes. Guys, I'm saying that this is done. And this is another really cool thing about our steamers. Cleanup is a lot easier. I told you with bacon, so I would do this with bacon as well. It gets a bit hotter when you make bacon, so you might have to have it sit for a little bit longer, but can you see this? I think you can see this. So I'm just kind of pinching this, and then I'm draining off all of the fat. So that is a really nice time-saving, dish-saving thing also that you can do with our steamers. If you're still sitting here going, you know what, I am not using the microwave, that's totally okay. Let me show you some cookware that we have for you as well. So these are our sheet pans. We have a full sheet pan size. We also have silicone for our sheet pans. These are called sheet pan liners. So what these liners do is they protect your pan from all of the sticky, messy food that you are going to cook on here. So once you're done cooking, you will just take off your sheet pan liner, throw it in the dishwasher, and a lot of times, guys, I don't even have to wash my sheet pan because this takes care of all the mess. My sheet pans don't even get dirty. We have two different sizes. This is our full sheet pan again, and then we also have a quarter sheet pan size. This is exactly half the size of our full sheet pan. All of our quarter sheet pans come in a set of 2. So you could either get a set of 2 of the pans, or we do have quarter sheet pan liners as well. Now let me show you this. Our quarter sheet pan liner comes in a set of 2. They fit perfectly side by side on a standard sheet pan. So if you're on the fence about which sheet pan liner you should get, I recommend the set of 2 because it's a little more versatile. So one of the things that I love to do with my liners is make sheet pan pancakes. So I will make a pancake on this side, and then I'll heat up like ham or potatoes over on this side. And then my pancake isn't like spilling over here, my ham juice isn't going over there, so I really love that. You don't necessarily need to buy one of our sheet pans to use our liners, just measure what you have at home to see if one of these liners will work for you. Alright guys, so I was also going to make this Feisty green sauce. I don't think I will. I don't think it will add any value, but this is actually one of my favorite new sauces that we have in our summer catalog. It says to make it with mayo, lime juice, and water. I tried it with Greek yogurt because I figured it was healthier, and I like it just fine with the Greek yogurt, lime juice, and water to thin it out. And if you like a little bit of heat, you are going to want our Feisty green. We have been putting this on everything lately. So that is what we're having tonight. We are having tacos. So let me tell you how you can get all of these wonderful products. We have a couple different ways you can purchase, so we're going to have a link going off to just my general website. You can go ahead and browse there. We have really fabulous collections. That's a really great way to get started with Epicure because it gives you a nice variety right off the bat. So we do have collections with cookware called our meal kits. We do have collections without cookware. Either way, if you're getting food in a collection, you are going to get a meal plan and a grocery list along with that collection, absolutely for free. So Epicure does all of the work for you. So you can purchase at retail, or you can be one of my hosts. You guys, your friends and family are going to be so excited that you introduce them to these quick and easy meals, especially as we're approaching summer because people are going to be getting back out into normal life and be very busy with sports and camping and everything else. So having quick and easy meals that you can throw together and put on the dinner table in 20 minutes or less is really helpful for those super busy people, for the career people, for the stay-at-home moms like me who just want to pull my hair up at 5 p.m. Your friends and family are really going to appreciate it. And the cool thing is you get free and half-priced items based on your sales, so you get the benefit as well. I am giving out a $20 booking bonus to anybody who books off of this event. So you will get your $20 booking bonus at your qualified class, and then you will earn your host rewards. And my average hosts lately have been earning between $120 and $200 in freebies and several half-price items. And it's just so easy peasy if you want to do a virtual class like this, or if you're local, we can do in person. If you're not local and you still want in person, we can work that out as well. I've had lots of people do it that way as well. So our host gift, host exclusive for June, is a meal collection. It's our 3 weeks of easy dinners, and there are some exclusive products in here, and this is only for our June hosts. So that's what hosting looks like, super easy peasy. If you have any questions about that, please message me because I promise that I make it simple for you. The next way is by joining us. Now guys, I know that you didn't pop on this cooking class because you're looking for a new job, but honestly, when I hosted that class in my home a year and a half ago, I wasn't looking for a job either. I've been in direct sales before. I thought I was done with that. I didn't have time now that I had kids. I just didn't have the energy to be chasing people down anymore. Epicure is so different. We are the only company that is doing this. We do not have competition. Everybody eats. Who wouldn't need easy meals on the table in 20 minutes or less? There's a couple different ways that you can join us. You can join us for the discount. Our business kit is $99 and it gives you over $225 worth of food, cookware, and supplies to help you get started with your discount or with building a business like what I'm doing. So discounts are fabulous, but if you want to make an income, like I'm making an income much more than my mortgage, which was just so surprising to me because like I said, I wasn't going to do direct sales again. Really just by sharing good food with people. So I would love to help you no matter which side of that spectrum that you fall on. I can give you a little bit more information. Please message me if that is something that piques your interest because I do not want you to miss out. So guys, I'm so thankful that you popped on this super quick and easy cooking class. I will take pictures of what our tacos look like, and I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Bye guys.